Welcome back to the Spotlight Entertainment Network. I am your host, millionaire trader Alex Jenkins. Guys, we have Iyanla, Vansint on the Breakfast Club, talking men and women in relationships and the state of men and women as people in this current modern day time. But I'm gonna let you guys hear what the lovely Iyanla Vansint has to say. Here we go.
Have a responsibility. And in terms of the young people, nobody is teaching them that. I have a responsibility to Rissy Harris and Sahara Elizabeth Jefferson, my mother, who scrubbed toilets on the Pennsylvania Railroad, who died of breast cancer when I was 2 because as a black woman, she didn't have medical coverage and they didn't have the money to pay for her mastectomy. So who am I? I can't get on the pole. Might be fun, but I can't.
I wanted to ask you too, like when you talk about COVID, I feel like none of us were the same after, going through COVID, but like who was there for you when, after your partner transitioned and stuff, like who was there for you?
This is going to sound weird. I think God and the Holy Spirit, the state that our relationship was in at that time. He was in Philly, I was in Maryland, but in our hearts, we were still together. And I knew when he refused treatment, I knew that transition was his choice. And because I loved him, I honored that choice. He wouldn't want me to be here sad and weeping and carrying on. And the fact that he was in Philly, we were bi-statal. The fact that he was in Philly and I was in my home, I didn't have to go through the missing of him physically all the time. But still, I never felt sad for him. Or sad, I don't think sad is the word. Of course, there's natural grieving and the missing of but he refused treatment. That was his choice. And I had to honor that. I had to respect that.
Now, the R spot, for people that don't know, what are you discussing and talking about and going through on the
relationships? Because they a mess. They're a mess right now. Have you seen the things going on?
What's the biggest thing people want to discuss with relationships?
Why it doesn't look the way they think it should look. That's
They believe in fairy tales.
Yeah. Why it doesn't look the way they think it should look. And also, this is huge in relationships. Why they aren't getting what they're giving. I do this and I give that and I did this and he did this or she did that, because men call me too, Charlamagne. Yeah, because we've made relationships transactional. They're not soul full or soul filled anymore. They're transactional. You give me this and I'll do that. You do this, you make me feel this. That's crazy. And also control. Making somebody prove they love you over and over and over again. Let me see how bad I can behave and if you'll stop loving me. Or let me say this or do this, and if you don't respond the way I want you to, that means you don't love me. It's crazy. I don't understand it.
And those are wounded people, right? Like if you're doing that to a person, that means that
we're all wounded.
Yeah.
You do know that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know that we're all crazy as hell?
Absolutely. I remind myself of that every day.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But so it's not the woundedness, it's the misinterpretations of love. The wounds or the experience of being wounded disrupted our expression and experience of love. So many of us have love wired to pain. We have love wired to struggle. We have love wired to so many dysfunctional things that it just manifests in our relationships. So right now I'm focusing on women and relationships. And I say women because we got to get this together.
What do you mean? Don't bite your tongue now.
You know I will not. My experience and my observation is that most women are men in skirts, meaning that the way their presence, their being, the way we roll in the world, it's very masculine because we've been conditioned and programmed out of our feminines. And when I say, I don't mean feminist movement in the world, I want to be a fireman or a football player. I'm talking about, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how to be a woman in your being. What is the distinction between feminine power and masculine power? And we've been conditioned and trained to be men in skirts. We do everything like men. We compete like men. I said this on the R Spot a few weeks ago. I said, most women want their boyfriend to act like their girlfriend, chatting, shopping. But when the man comes home, what they meet is another dude. You know how women are up. It's just so.
Why do you think that happened?
And why do you think it's such a problem?
It's a problem, first of all, because the feminine presence is missing on this planet. That's why we got so much hoopla and conflagration going on with the weather, with the politics, because see, the old male guard is dying. That masculine patriarchy, it's dying off. And you see them fighting and clawing and hold on to power with that's the whole Roe v. Wade turnover. Oh, we gonna control you. We gonna control you and your hoo-ha. Those old grandmothers, those old church grandmothers that, made us wear girdles and all of those things, teaching us at the table. I had these aunts, Aunt Lizzie, Aunt Alma, Aunt Dora, Aunt Nancy, and they were cigarette smoking, liquor drinking, card playing women who would get together on Saturday night, and I'm in the corner listening. I learned a lot. Two things I noticed about them. They always wore a skirt. They cussed and they smoked their cigarettes and drank their liquor, but the hoo-ha was connected to the earth. They always wore a skirt. They did not wear pants. And they all knew how to cook. Lizzie did the fish. Nancy did the hog maws. Alma did the this, the that, the other thing. And they all, I learned so much from those women. Where are women sitting around talking today in a way that teaches the young girl? We run our mouth all the time, talking about everything. Stillness. If a woman really understands and knows who she is, she can walk in a room and take control of every man in the room. How she walks, how she sits, how she talks, how she be. We don't know how to be women. We know how to do what women do.
When do you think that was lost?
Oh, rights. So I don't, we're all out of order. But we as the women in this time have the power to bring it all together. Didn't your wife get you straight?
Absolutely.
Did your wife get you straight?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah? Why? Because she was standing in her presence as a woman. Had your best interest at heart.
Correct.
It's going to support you back into wholeness, not compete with you and not beat you down. And so more of us have to do that so that our sons and our brothers and husbands, and I'll confess, I used to be one of those women that beat men down with my mouth and my mind. And I heard myself one day say, men are so stupid. And I said, wait a minute, hold up. Is your son stupid? Is your father stupid? Is your brother stupid? And I had to check myself. And that's when I really went on this quest to look at myself as a woman, my power, my majesty. If you said to a woman, show me your majesty, what's that? Show me your divinity. And who's going to do it? That would.
All right, guys. Y'all heard her. Y'all heard her. I hope y'all heard it loud and clear. I hope y'all heard it loud and clear. She said a lot there. She said a lot. One thing I hope y'all got out of this, she letting you know right out the gate, y'all out of order. Y'all are out of order. Y'all are out of order in so many different ways. The thing she spoke of was about having a man's best interest. Do most of y'all have a man's best interest when you inside a relationship? My glasses, y'all. Driving me crazy. Driving me crazy. But do y'all have the best interest of a man? I'm talking about like really, genuinely want the best for him. Genuinely love him. Not for what he have or what he can do for you. For who he is and his well-being and the things he loved doing for himself and for what he loved doing for you as well. Do y'all have his best interest at heart? At heart. Like most of our mothers do. Another thing she said, women are like men in skirts. That's no good. A man don't want another man. We want a woman. A woman with a silhouette. That's why some of the brothers, they love a BBW, a thicker woman. She said, y'all acting like men though. This coming from an old lady that truly, genuinely love being a woman and love other black women. So she has no dog in this fight. She has no malice towards you guys. She's not gaining anything by tearing you guys down. And she's saying that again. She said, find me on the internet. Tear any woman down. Go look it up for yourselves. Try to find it. You might think in this instance, is she tearing you guys down? No. Some of y'all don't even put in the same effort in a relationship and get out the same thing that you want. Let me restate that. Some of y'all don't get what you want out of a relationship because you ain't giving the same thing in the relationship. Only thing you doing is taking, not giving. Y'all got to give in these relationships to make things work. You got to stop being selfish and give a little. I got to understand that, man. Y'all can't make every relationship transactional. That's not going to work. That's not going to last long. That gets tired. Tiring. Nobody wants to be in that kind of relationship. How long do you think that's going to last? It's not going to last at all. Or you're going to be doing other things outside of the relationship. And who wants to be in a relationship like that? I don't think nobody. Nobody. Nobody, guys. So you got to get into more genuine relationships where you got a genuine interest in that person. Or you're just willing to get down and do your duty as a woman. If you're ready for that, you find the perfect man for that. He may not be all that you wanted, but you're ready for that situation, and you go handle that, go do that. By all means. Stop trying to control people by making them prove their love to you over and over again. You know that person love you. Why y'all need that much validation? all the time. It's overkill, y'all. Calm that down a little bit. The feminine presence isn't there. What a man loves. We love a feminine woman. It sounds good coming out. A feminine woman sound good, even if she have that soft, mellow tone. It's wonderful, y'all. She say, if you know how to be a woman, you can control the room soon as you walk in. But you gotta be in your full feminine to do that. Most of y'all can't do that. Y'all been masculine your whole lives. Don't even know what feminine is. Right now, saying the word feminine sound like an attack word to y'all right now. That's sad. That's sad, man. Guys say something about feminine, it triggers you. It shouldn't be that way. That word should not hurt that bad. That's how far gone y'all are. Well, you can say, well, men are feminine. Well, they're getting raised by single mothers. They had no male figure in their life. They didn't have a father. It's missing. A missing piece of the puzzle. But a lot of these situations are because of the inadequacies in the relationship. Or sometimes it wasn't even a relationship. It was a fling. Yep. She said y'all used to congregate more. When y'all did congregate for together, y'all was there for a good time, but y'all was teaching at the same time if young ladies was present. Yeah, y'all drink and smoke. That's still prevalent to the day. That hasn't changed. But they did it too. They wore skirts and dresses while doing that too. No pants, no leggings, no spandex, no Spanx, no yoga pants. None of that stuff. But I'm not telling y'all not to just go all Sunday school on us, prep school on us. Nah. I'm not even gonna enforce that issue. That's not even a problem for real. Do y'all know how to properly teach people? Well, properly teach kids, young ladies. And it's another thing she hit. Women don't know how to do their service. A woman's service. Now, I'm not going to sit here and discuss the services that y'all do. Men do them as well. We serve each other. We serve each other with a purpose. She said, y'all don't know how to surrender. Y'all don't know how to surrender that love and be vulnerable. Y'all, that's one thing y'all are scared of the most. Y'all scared of being vulnerable. That really hurt y'all to do that. I mean, that's what y'all really be running for. Because once you let that guard down, y'all think y'all gonna get whooped and get taken advantage of. You know, many years of feminism, they warn y'all against that. They're like, hey, don't let your guard down. They gonna hurt you. They predators. They're beasts. Far from the truth. We love y'all, man. We really do. She say, stop competing with us. Stop trying to compete with us. This equality thing is gone too far. And I ain't talking about, voting rights. We're not talking about rights here. Everybody have the right to, to do, under the Constitution. You have a right to be a human being and be treated as such. Nobody's arguing that. You have a right to earn money for the work you've done. You have a right to that. You don't excuse me. You have a right to that though. You have a right to that. And y'all gotta stop beating men down. Stop it. Stop it. I was just on social media the other day doing a little recruiting for the podcast. I go on this app. There's streamers everywhere. I'm going to streaming rooms. Women is in the streaming rooms straight being disrespectful to men for no reason. Just because they can. Y'all got to stop that, man. That's childish. That is childish behavior. Y'all got to cut that out, man. For real. And I just fine dudes up. I'm just firing them up. And also, within this whole process, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and self-reflect. What do you contribute to the situations? Yeah, a little accountability. A little accountability. Gotta look at yourself in the mirror. What did you contribute to the situation? If there's any problems, how are you going to contribute to the situation to make it better? Y'all got to do these things, man. Y'all got to get back in alignment. Y'all are out of whack. You have to get back in alignment. She said a mouthful, y'all. I hope y'all take heed. I really do. It's for the best, y'all. It's for the best. We're going to live good lives. We're in an age where we should be able to do so. We're waiting on y'all. So, guys, I'm millionaire trader Alex Jenkins, and I'm out, y'all.